Good, happy Wednesday evening, May 27, 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Wednesday evening edition of Good Evening, New Hampshire. It's time to sit back, relax, start to wind down for the evening, and enjoy some Good Evening, New Hampshire, where we have a little bit of everything for you in this program. But first, we're going to start with the news. We're going to start with local news first. First step, death of 5-year-old Laconia boy on Christmas Eve ruled homicide, AG says. At time of death, the boy was in a home with several other family members, officials say. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
I have a purpose in this world. We see a passion in our lives and we're trying to pursue that.
Everybody has the potential to make a positive impact.
Well, Tom, for so many kids, Christmas Eve is a time of magic and memories. But for 5-year-old Dennis Vaughn Jr., it was the day his life came to a tragic end. Just released autopsy results reveal Dennis Vaughn Jr. died of blunt force trauma to the head and neck. His death has been ruled a homicide. The Attorney General's office says Dennis was at a home on Blueberry Lane in Laconia on Christmas Eve. He was with family, including several of his siblings at the time. At this point, there have been no arrests, but the investigation does continue.
That day, that same day, December 24th, 2019, the medical examiner did conduct an autopsy. Additional studies and investigations were required.
And the investigation is continuing tonight. If you have any information that could help, call state police. Live remotely, Monica Hernandez, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. COVID-19 in New Hampshire, what you need to know information. Let's take a look right now. There are 4,231 number of people in New Hampshire have tested positive for COVID-19. 276 number of people in the United States who have tested positive. 214 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 421 number of people who have been hospitalized with COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 544 number of deaths from COVID-19 in the United States. This map of New Hampshire right here shows you where current cases of COVID-19 are. Manchester, 425. This map of New Hampshire shows you where total cases of COVID-19 are. Manchester, 100. 1051. Now let's take a look at these three charts here. Let's start with the first one here. New cases each day in New Hampshire in the purple. New positive COVID-19 cases in the orange. New hospitalizations, and in the red are the deaths. Let's take a look at this chart here. Current cases. Current COVID-19 cases in the purple and current hospitalizations in the orange. Let's take a look at this chart here. Total COVID-19 cases in the purple. Total hospitalizations in the orange. Red deaths and blue recovered. Let's take a look at this chart here. Age group of cases, female and male, and risk information. Now let's take a look at this chart here. Race/ethnicity of cases, hospitalizations, deaths, percent of New Hampshire population. And your common symptoms: fever, lack of smell, cough, chills, and difficult breathing. How it spreads, and prevention tips. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into national news. In national news, historic SpaceX astronaut launch scrubbed. SpaceX and NASA have scrubbed Wednesday's attempt at launching astronauts from American soil for the first time since 2011. The scrub come after fueling of the Falcon 9 rocket had already begun. The next attempt at the launch will come Saturday at 3:22 p.m. If that launch is also scrubbed, the next attempt would be Sunday at 3 p.m. The move comes after President Donald Trump had traveled to Central Florida and landed at Kennedy Space Center. The historic making flight into the orbit was called off with 16 minutes to go in the countdown because of the danger of lightning. Coronavirus updates for the rest of the world. U.S. reaches 100,000 deaths. At least 100,047 people have died in the U.S. Today's biggest developments: Disney World's phase reopening to begin with Magic and Animal Kingdom on July 11th. Fauci says good chance vaccine may be deployed by the end of the year. COVID-19 cases among U.S. healthcare workers top 62,000. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into business news. Let's take a look and see how your U.S. stock market closed for this Wednesday evening. And here's a look at that U.S. stock market for all of you. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the green, one up. Your NASDAQ closed in green, one up. S&P 500 closed in the green, one up. Gold closed in the red, one down. Oil closed in the red, one down. U.S. 10-year closed flat. Euro/USD closed in green, one up. And VX closed in the red, one down. U.S. stock features flat after reopen rally carries Dow back above 25,000. Features contract trade to the major U.S. stock index held steady Wednesday evening as investors took a breather from Wall Street's robust gains so far this week. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into weather. Let's take a look at your radar first. And here's a look at that radar for all of you. As you can see, it's nice and clear in New Hampshire. Going to be a clear evening tonight. Your weather right now is fair, 85 degrees. Your weather for tonight, partly cloudy skies. Early will give way to cloudy skies late, low 63 degrees. Winds southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into New Hampshire Life segment. In tonight's New Hampshire Life segment, 1 week since restaurants began offering outside dining. Some waiting to start. All grateful to loyal customers. Let's take a listen to that video from WR News 9.
New Hampshire companies are stepping up and making a difference across the Granite State.
Nicole's Greenhouse in Pembroke is open. We have a large selection of spring and summer annuals in 3 spacious greenhouses. And outdoors we have perennials, trees, and shrubs. And we have unique gifts or decoration pieces. Nicole's is a full-service florist with online shopping, 24-hour ordering, and roadside pickup. Healthy plants, greener gardens. Visit Nicole'sGreenhouseandFlorist.com.
New Hampshire businesses and our communities are stronger than ever because we stand together.
It's been 1 week since the Copper Door in Bedford began offering outside seating on their patio and in the parking lot. Tables are 6 feet apart, staff are wearing masks, and cleaning is excessive.
We've expanded from what our normal seating is of around 30 to 40 seats, and we seat over 100 right now in all of our restaurants, T-Bones, CJ's, and of course Copper Door.
Owner Tom Boucher says it's been great to see customers and his staff come back.
I'm so proud of our employees for just coming back to work, wearing the masks, making sure the sanitizer stations are out, and they're smiling behind these masks, the kitchen and the dining room.
And at Giorgio's restaurant in Manchester, they have served dozens of customers over the past week under 2 tents.
The more people we come, the longer hours we could extend, and we could be open for more and provide the great quality food that Giorgio's has been known to do for several years.
And while some restaurants are seeing success, others are delayed. The Brick Oven 1750 Tap House in Bedford just built this patio, but the approval process is taking longer than expected.
The patio is going to provide a spot for the people that are eager to get out and dine in a restaurant. That's going to provide a place for them.
Until indoor dining is allowed once again.
The governor's done a great job being very prudent and safe, but I think June is the time we need to start getting back open.
In the meantime, these 3 restaurants say they could not be more grateful for their loyal customers during this challenging process. Reporting in Bedford, Kristen Carosa, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And let's go into TV Guide New Tonight listings. Let's see what's new on TV tonight. Here's what to watch tonight, Wednesday, May 27, 2020. New episode of What We Do in the Shadows. Marvel's Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., American Soil, and The 100 are airing on live TV. At 8 p.m., The Expected Unknown Uncovered. The Quest for King Arthur on Discovery at 8 p.m. Game On at 8 p.m. on CBS. Married at First Sight on Life at 8 p.m. My 600-Pound Life on TLC at 8 p.m. Property Brothers, 8 p.m. on HGTV. The 100, the 8 p.m. on the CW. The Challenge, 8 p.m. on MTV. WWE, next, 8 p.m. on US. And that is a look at what's new tonight on TV. If you want to see the rest of the list, we will share it with you right after this broadcast. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into entertainment news. In entertainment news, Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson are reconnecting during self-isolation together, exclusive. Let's take a listen to that video from Entertainment Tonight.
Love is love, and I'm so proud of them, and I'm so proud of them promoting that and hopefully, inspiring other people that it's a beautiful thing to get along with each other and for your kids to see that.
Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson have found a silver lining in quarantine. A source has told ET the parents of 2-year-old daughter True are discovering new depths of their relationship while self-isolating as a family.
Yeah, no, I think they're doing amazing.
Khloe and Tristan split in February 2019 following his cheating scandal with Jordan Woods. They've continued to be in each other's lives as they co-parent True. The source said, quote, "This alone time has really allowed them to reconnect without outside influences."
Take Calabasas. Take Calabasas.
The source also revealed that Khloe plans to sell her Calabasas home for an asking price of around $19 million. Khloe had purchased the home from Justin Bieber in 2014, and the source says she plans to stay local and has already found an even bigger home.
See, which I do have a sperm donor, but...
You do?
Yeah.
Can I see a picture?
Tristan.
Oh
my God.
These new details come as Khloe and Tristan's relationship has been on display in the current season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. In recent episodes, we've seen Khloe ask Tristan to be her sperm donor.
After my doctor's appointment, I talked to Tristan because if you can create embryos and do all the DNA testing, I do think that's the smarter choice. But it's weird because Tristan and I were not together. I don't know which way to go.
Meanwhile, Khloe has already taken to social media to refute speculation that she's pregnant. Khloe tweeted, "I don't go on social platforms much these days, and this is one of the main reasons as to why I stay away. The sick and hurtful things people say. I am disgusted by so many things I am seeing. Shaking my head, people swear they know everything about me, including my uterus. Sick."
Okay, and there you go on that video. And that does it for this evening edition of Good Evening New Hampshire. Thank you for watching this evening edition of Good Evening New Hampshire. Have a great rest of your evening. I'll see you back here tomorrow for another edition of Good Evening New Hampshire. Good night and bye.